Have you ever wondered why you react to certain situations without thinking? Or why some habits feel impossible to break, no matter how hard you try? The truth is, most of what shapes your life isn't controlled by your conscious thoughts at all. It's directed by something far more powerful, hidden just beneath the surface: your subconscious mind. Psychologists and neuroscientists estimate that up to 95% of your mental activity happens outside of conscious awareness. That means nearly everything you do, your daily routines, emotional triggers, decisions, and even the way you see yourself, originates in a part of your mind you rarely notice. Think of your mind like an iceberg. The conscious mind, the part you're aware of, is only the tiny tip visible above the water. Beneath it lies the vast, unseen subconscious, silently guiding your beliefs, habits, and behaviors. And here's the fascinating part. The subconscious isn't just a passive storage system for memories or habits. It's an active, dynamic network of brain processes that influences every moment of your life. From how you fall in love, to why you procrastinate, to how you pursue success. It holds both your greatest limitations and your greatest potential. In this video, we'll explore the science of the subconscious mind, from its roots in psychology and dream theory, to the latest discoveries in neuroscience. You'll learn how it shapes your choices, stores your deepest programming, and how you can actually reprogram it to heal, grow, and unlock hidden potential. Because once you understand how your subconscious really works, you gain the power to stop living on autopilot and start living with purpose. The subconscious mind has long fascinated philosophers, psychologists, and scientists alike. At its core, the subconscious refers to the vast collection of mental processes that take place beneath the surface of conscious awareness. These processes shape the way we think, feel, and behave, often without us realizing it. While we usually associate our mind with the active, deliberate stream of thoughts we can control, the subconscious is more like the silent operating system running in the background. It manages everything from automatic habits and emotional responses to intuition, memory, and creativity. Conscious versus subconscious. To understand the subconscious, it helps to compare it with the conscious mind. The conscious mind is analytical, deliberate, and slow. It's the part of you that decides what to eat for lunch, plans your schedule, or solves a math problem. In contrast, the subconscious mind is fast, automatic, and effortless. It processes information continuously and influences your decisions before you even become aware of them. Think about driving a car. At first, learning to drive requires intense focus. Every turn, every mirror check, every brake press must be deliberate. But once the skill becomes ingrained, your subconscious takes over. You may find yourself arriving at your destination without remembering each individual action. This is the subconscious at work, carrying out complex tasks without conscious effort. The iceberg analogy. One of the most common metaphors for the subconscious is the iceberg model. The conscious mind is the small tip above the water, visible and clear. But the far larger portion, the subconscious, remains submerged. Although hidden, it holds the weight, direction, and stability of the entire structure. Freud, Jung, and modern psychology. The concept of the subconscious was popularized by Sigmund Freud, who described it as a reservoir of repressed desires, fears, and unresolved conflicts. Freud believed these unconscious forces influenced behavior, often in ways we don't fully understand. Later, Carl Jung expanded the idea, introducing the concept of the collective unconscious, a deeper layer of the subconscious that contains universal symbols, archetypes, and shared human experiences. While Freud focused on repression, Jung emphasized creativity, spirituality, and the symbolic wisdom of the subconscious. Today, modern psychology and neuroscience view the subconscious less as a mystical repository and more as a set of cognitive processes operating outside conscious awareness. These include implicit memory, automatic behaviors, and rapid emotional responses. In this sense, the subconscious is not a mysterious shadow realm, but a vital and practical component of human cognition. The subconscious in everyday life. The subconscious influences nearly every aspect of life. It stores belief systems picked up from childhood, even ones you no longer consciously agree with. It shapes emotional triggers, such as why you might feel anxious in a crowded room or safe with a familiar smell. It manages automatic bodily functions, like breathing or blinking, while also guiding creative insights, those aha moments that emerge seemingly out of nowhere. Even intuition, often described as a gut feeling, is largely subconscious. It results from the brain rapidly processing patterns based on past experiences, then presenting the conclusion to your conscious mind in the form of instinct. Why it matters. Understanding the subconscious is not just an intellectual exercise, it's deeply practical. If left unchecked, subconscious beliefs and habits can keep you trapped in cycles of self-sabotage. But when you become aware of them, you gain the ability to reprogram your subconscious, replacing limiting patterns with empowering ones. The subconscious mind is the hidden powerhouse of human experience, silently shaping behavior, guiding intuition, storing memory, and influencing emotions. It is the unseen architect of much of your life, and unlocking its workings can lead to profound personal transformation. The subconscious mind isn't a single place inside the brain. Instead, it's a network of processes that operate automatically beneath the level of conscious awareness. Advances in neuroscience have revealed that what we often call the subconscious is really the interplay of several brain regions and systems working together to manage everything from memory and emotion to habit formation and automatic decision-making. The brain as a dual processing system. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman's dual process theory is one of the clearest frameworks for understanding the neuroscience of the subconscious. He described two systems. System 1, fast, automatic, emotional, and subconscious. System 2, slow, deliberate, logical, and conscious. System 1 handles the bulk of daily life, running countless operations without us noticing. For example, when you recognize a friend's face in a crowd or instinctively jump back from a moving car, that's System 1, your subconscious, acting. System 2 only steps in when conscious effort is required, such as solving a complex problem or resisting temptation. This explains why the subconscious can feel so powerful. It is responsible for speed, efficiency, and survival. Key brain structures linked to the subconscious. Several brain regions play major roles in subconscious functioning. Basal ganglia, often called the habit center, this deep brain structure automates repetitive behaviors. From tying your shoes to checking your phone, the basal ganglia turns actions into habits, allowing the conscious mind to focus elsewhere. Amygdala. The amygdala governs emotional processing, especially fear and reward responses. When you feel anxious in a situation that reminds you of past danger, even if you can't consciously explain why, that's your amygdala activating subconscious associations. Hippocampus. While best known for explicit memory, the hippocampus also helps consolidate experiences into long-term memory. It works closely with the amygdala to embed emotionally charged events into subconscious storage. Cerebellum. This little brain at the back of your skull manages coordination, motor control, and procedural memory. Activities like riding a bike or playing an instrument rely on cerebellar subconscious programming. Together, these structures form a kind of backstage crew, ensuring that countless tasks run smoothly without conscious oversight. Subconscious processing in action. Brain imaging technologies such as fMRI and EEG have shown that subconscious processes are remarkably active. For instance, research on subliminal perception demonstrates that images flashed too quickly for conscious recognition can still trigger brain activity and influence choices. Advertisers, politicians, and filmmakers have long leveraged this phenomenon, often without us realizing. Another striking example comes from priming experiments. If a person is briefly exposed to words associated with old age, like gray, retire, slow, they may unconsciously walk more slowly afterward. This shows that subconscious cues can alter behavior without conscious intent. Emotional memory and the subconscious. The subconscious plays a crucial role in storing emotional memories. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio's somatic marker hypothesis suggests that the brain uses emotional markers to guide decision-making. These markers, often formed subconsciously, help the brain quickly evaluate choices based on past experiences. This explains why a gut feeling can sometimes be more accurate than prolonged logical reasoning. The subconscious as efficiency. From a neuroscientific standpoint, the subconscious exists largely for efficiency. The conscious brain is relatively slow and energy-intensive. If every single task required conscious control, we'd be exhausted within hours. Instead, the subconscious automates, filters, and organizes, ensuring that conscious awareness is reserved for what truly requires it. Think of the subconscious as the brain's autopilot system. It doesn't always get everything right. Sometimes biases and fears slip in, but overall, it keeps life running with remarkable precision. Understanding the neuroscience behind the subconscious isn't just academic. It has practical implications. By knowing how habits are encoded in the basal ganglia, we can learn how to break unhealthy cycles and install new routines. By recognizing the amygdala's role in subconscious fear, we can address anxiety more effectively. And by studying how the hippocampus and cerebellum store implicit memory, we can harness subconscious learning for skills and creativity. The subconscious is not some mystical other mind. It's the product of millions of years of neural evolution, a finely tuned system designed to help us survive, adapt, and thrive. One of the most fascinating aspects of the subconscious mind is its influence over daily behavior. While we may like to think we act from conscious choice, research shows that the vast majority of our actions, up to 95% according to some estimates, are guided by subconscious processes. These hidden forces shape our habits, emotions, decisions, and even our self-image, often without our awareness. Habits and automatic routines. The subconscious mind is the engine behind habit formation. Whenever you repeat an action enough times, it gets encoded into the basal ganglia, a brain structure that automates repetitive tasks. This is why brushing your teeth, tying your shoes, or unlocking your phone feels effortless. Habits are powerful because they free the conscious mind from mundane tasks, allowing you to focus on new challenges. However, this same mechanism can make breaking bad habits incredibly difficult. Once the subconscious habit loop is set cue, routine, reward, it takes consistent effort and new conditioning to overwrite it. Another way the subconscious shapes behavior is through conditioning. Classical conditioning, first demonstrated by Ivan Pavlov, shows how the brain links stimuli together. If a neutral sound is paired with food repeatedly, dogs will eventually salivate at the sound alone. Humans are no different. A certain song might trigger feelings of nostalgia, or a smell might instantly transport you back to childhood. Operant conditioning adds another layer. Behaviors reinforced by rewards are more likely to be repeated, while those punished tend to fade. These learned associations are stored subconsciously and can guide behavior long after the original context is forgotten. Emotional triggers. Emotions are another powerful realm of the subconscious. Many of our automatic reactions, like flinching when startled, feeling anxious in crowds, or becoming irritated at a particular tone of voice, stem from subconscious programming. The amygdala plays a central role here, linking past emotional experiences to present triggers. For example, someone who had a negative experience with public speaking might subconsciously associate crowds with danger, leading to stage fright even years later. This reaction is not a conscious decision but an automatic defense mechanism encoded deep within the brain. The subconscious also influences behavior through cognitive biases, systematic patterns of thinking that affect judgment. Biases like confirmation bias, favoring information that supports existing beliefs, or availability bias, overestimating the importance of easily recalled information, occur subconsciously. These biases evolve to help the brain make quick decisions with limited information, but they can also lead to errors in reasoning. For instance, you might subconsciously favor a job candidate who reminds you of a trusted friend, even if their qualifications are weaker. Identity and self-image. Perhaps one of the most subtle ways the subconscious shapes behavior is through self-image. The beliefs you hold about yourself, many of which were formed in childhood, live in the subconscious. If you subconsciously believe you're not good enough, that belief may influence the risks you take, the relationships you pursue, and the opportunities you recognize. On the other hand, positive subconscious programming can empower you. Athletes, for example, often use visualization techniques to install winning scenarios into their subconscious, making success feel natural and inevitable. When all these mechanisms, habits, conditioning, emotions, biases, and self-image, are combined, much of life operates on autopilot. This isn't inherently negative. Autopilot allows us to navigate the world efficiently, but it also means many of our struggles, procrastination, self-sabotage, unhealthy patterns, stem from subconscious programming that no longer serves us. The good news is that subconscious behavior is not fixed. Through awareness, repetition, and intentional practice, you can reshape your subconscious patterns. Techniques like mindfulness, therapy, affirmations, and habit stacking all work to rewire subconscious behaviors. The subconscious mind is the hidden architect of daily life. It encodes habits, stores emotional triggers, biases decisions, and sustains self-image, all beneath conscious thought. Understanding its influence is the first step toward reclaiming control and directing behavior in ways that align with your goals and values. Memory is one of the most essential functions of the subconscious mind. Without it, we couldn't learn from experience, build habits, or even maintain a sense of identity. Yet, memory isn't a single unified system. Instead, it's divided into different types, many of which operate below conscious awareness. The subconscious stores and retrieves these memories automatically, influencing behavior long after the conscious mind has forgotten. Explicit versus implicit memory. Psychologists often distinguish between explicit, conscious, and implicit, subconscious memory. Explicit memory involves facts and events you can deliberately recall. For instance, remembering the capital of France or recalling what you had for breakfast yesterday. These memories rely heavily on the hippocampus and are accessible to conscious thought. Implicit memory, on the other hand, refers to skills, habits, and conditioned responses that don't require conscious awareness. Riding a bike, typing on a keyboard, or feeling anxious at the sound of an alarm are all examples of implicit memory. They live in the subconscious and are incredibly resilient. Even if explicit memory fades, as in cases of amnesia, implicit memory often remains intact. Procedural memory and skill learning. One key form of implicit memory is procedural memory, the ability to perform tasks automatically after repeated practice. When you first learn to play the piano, every movement requires conscious effort. But over time, the subconscious takes over. Your fingers just know where to go, even if you're not actively thinking about each note. This process reflects the brain's efficiency. By transferring repetitive tasks into subconscious control, the conscious mind is freed to focus on creativity, problem-solving, and novel experiences. Emotional memory. The subconscious also holds emotional memory, often encoded through the amygdala. These memories may not be consciously accessible, but they strongly influence behavior. For example, if you once had a frightening experience with a dog, you might still feel uneasy around dogs years later, even if you don't consciously recall the event. Trauma works in a similar way. Traumatic memories can become embedded in the subconscious, surfacing as triggers, phobias, or anxiety. This explains why someone might overreact to seemingly harmless situations. Their subconscious is replaying old emotional patterns without conscious consent. Conditioning and associative memory. Subconscious memory also drives conditioning. When two experiences are paired repeatedly, the brain links them together. Over time, the association becomes subconscious. For example, smelling fresh bread might make you feel comforted because your brain associates it with childhood safety and warmth. These associations can be powerful motivators, shaping preferences, fears, and behaviors without conscious reasoning. Much of advertising, for instance, relies on conditioning, pairing products with attractive imagery or music to embed subconscious associations. Memory consolidation during sleep. Another fascinating aspect of subconscious memory is its relationship to sleep. During REM sleep, the brain consolidates new information, processes emotional experiences, and strengthens neural connections. Dreams may even play a role in integrating subconscious memories. This is why getting good sleep is crucial for learning and emotional regulation. Without it, subconscious memory processing suffers. Healing and reprogramming memory. Because subconscious memories hold such power, they are central to many forms of therapy and personal development. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, helps identify subconscious thought patterns rooted in memory and replace them with healthier alternatives. Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, allows patients to reprocess traumatic memories stored in the subconscious. Hypnosis and guided imagery tap into subconscious memory to alter deep-seated associations. These approaches demonstrate that subconscious memory isn't fixed. It can be reshaped, allowing healing and growth. The silent archive of self. Ultimately, the subconscious is like a silent archive of your life. It holds not only the practical knowledge of how to walk, talk, or drive, but also the emotional imprints of love, loss, joy, and fear. While the conscious mind remembers selectively and imperfectly, the subconscious records deeply, sometimes permanently. By learning to understand and work with subconscious memory, you gain access to the deeper layers of your own mind, the patterns that silently shape who you are and who you can become. Dreams are one of the most fascinating windows into the subconscious mind. Every night, whether we remember them or not, we enter a world where logic bends, emotions intensify, and hidden memories surface. For centuries, philosophers, psychologists, and spiritual traditions have seen dreams as a bridge between conscious awareness and the deeper layers of the psyche. Today, modern neuroscience supports this view, showing that dreams are intricately tied to subconscious processes like memory, emotion, and problem-solving. The function of dreams. Dreams occur primarily during rapid eye movement, REM, sleep, a stage characterized by heightened brain activity, rapid eye movements, and vivid imagery. During REM, the subconscious becomes particularly active. The brain replays and reorganizes experiences from the day, processes emotions, and consolidates memories. One of the leading theories is that dreams act as a kind of simulation system, allowing us to rehearse possible future scenarios or work through unresolved issues. For example, someone anxious about public speaking might dream of standing in front of a large audience. Even if the dream feels chaotic or exaggerated, it reflects the subconscious mind's attempt to prepare for real-life challenges. Freud and Jung on dreams. Sigmund Freud was one of the first to propose that dreams are a direct expression of the subconscious. He argued that dreams reveal repressed desires and fears hidden beneath waking awareness. According to Freud, symbols in dreams, such as falling, flying, or being chased, represent disguised expressions of these unconscious wishes. Carl Jung took a different perspective. He saw dreams as a way for the subconscious to communicate wisdom through symbols and archetypes. For Jung, dreams weren't just about repressed content. They were tools for personal growth and integration. By interpreting dream symbols, individuals could access insights from the deeper layers of the psyche. Emotional processing in dreams. Modern research shows that dreams play a vital role in emotional regulation. When we experience stress, fear, or trauma, the subconscious processes these emotions during sleep. Dreams often replay emotionally charged events, sometimes in distorted or symbolic form, as the brain works to integrate the experience. This explains why nightmares are common after traumatic events. They are not random, but rather the subconscious's attempt to process overwhelming emotions. Over time, the intensity of these dreams may fade as the subconscious gradually resolves the trauma. Creativity and problem solving. Dreams are also linked to creative insights. Because the subconscious mind is less bound by logic and linear thinking, it can combine ideas in novel ways. Many breakthroughs in science, art, and literature were inspired by dreams. The chemist Friedrich Kekulé dreamt of a snake biting its own tail, leading him to discover the ring structure of benzene. Paul McCartney reportedly composed the melody of Yesterday after hearing it in a dream. These examples highlight how dreams allow the subconscious to reveal solutions and insights the conscious mind might overlook. Symbolism in dreams. While dreams often feel surreal, they carry deep symbolic meaning. Common dream themes include falling, a loss of control or fear of failure; flying, a desire for freedom or transcendence; being chased, unresolved stress or avoidance; teeth falling out, insecurity or fear of change. Though these interpretations vary from person to person, recurring symbols often point to persistent subconscious concerns. Accessing the subconscious through dreams. Since dreams serve as a portal to the subconscious, practices like dream journaling can be powerful tools for self-awareness. By writing down dreams immediately upon waking, patterns and themes become easier to identify. Over time, this helps reveal the subconscious narratives shaping behavior and emotion. Lucid dreaming, where one becomes aware of dreaming while still in the dream, offers another avenue for exploring the subconscious. With practice, lucid dreamers can engage with dream content consciously, asking questions, confronting fears, or even rehearsing skills. The subconscious storyteller. Ultimately, dreams show that the subconscious is not silent. It's constantly speaking through images, emotions, and metaphors. While the conscious mind may be asleep, the subconscious continues to weave a story that reflects our deepest concerns, hopes, and unresolved conflicts. By paying attention to dreams, we can better understand the hidden layers of our psyche. They are, in many ways, the language of the subconscious, offering guidance, warnings, and inspiration for waking life. Every day, you make countless decisions, from the trivial, what to eat for breakfast, to the life-changing, which career to pursue. While we like to believe that most of these choices stem from deliberate, rational thought, research suggests otherwise. In reality, the subconscious mind plays a profound role in shaping decisions, often steering outcomes before the conscious mind even realizes it. The speed of subconscious processing. The subconscious mind is vastly more efficient than the conscious mind. Neuroscientists estimate that the subconscious can process information up to 500,000 times faster than conscious thought. This speed allows it to detect patterns, respond to stimuli, and guide actions almost instantly. For example, imagine you're crossing the street and suddenly see a car speeding toward you. You don't stop to logically calculate whether you should move left or right. Your subconscious instantly pulls from past experiences and sensory data, triggering your body to leap out of harm's way. In such moments, decision-making bypasses conscious reasoning entirely. Intuition as subconscious decision-making. What we often call intuition is largely subconscious processing. Intuition arises when the subconscious draws on stored memories, patterns, and associations to provide a gut feeling about a situation. Take a seasoned firefighter who senses that a building is about to collapse. He may not consciously identify all the warning signs, but his subconscious has absorbed countless subtle cues over years of experience. That intuitive feeling is the subconscious synthesizing information faster than conscious logic ever could. The role of biases and heuristics. While subconscious decision-making is efficient, it is not always accurate. The subconscious relies heavily on heuristics, mental shortcuts that simplify complex problems. While useful, heuristics can also lead to cognitive biases. Confirmation bias, subconsciously favoring information that supports existing beliefs. Availability heuristic, overestimating the likelihood of events that come easily to mind, e.g., fearing plane crashes more than car accidents. Anchoring bias, allowing the first piece of information received to unduly influence decisions. These biases highlight how the subconscious, while powerful, can sometimes mislead us. Emotional influence on decisions. Emotions stored and processed in the subconscious are key drivers of decision-making. Even when we think we're making logical choices, subconscious emotions often tip the scales. For instance, marketers know that consumers don't just buy products, they buy feelings. A luxury watch isn't purchased only for timekeeping. It's bought for the subconscious association with status, confidence, and success. Similarly, a voter may support a candidate not based solely on policies, but because the candidate evokes subconscious feelings of trust or safety. The subconscious in everyday choices. Even routine decisions, what to eat, who to trust, or which route to take, are influenced by subconscious programming. Past experiences, cultural conditioning, and even subtle environmental cues shape preferences and choices without conscious awareness. Consider walking into a grocery store. The smell of freshly baked bread might subconsciously trigger memories of comfort, nudging you to buy more food. The layout of the store, the placement of items at eye level, and even background music are all designed to influence subconscious decision-making. Harnessing subconscious power in decisions. Understanding the subconscious role in decision-making can empower us to make wiser choices. Some strategies include mindfulness practices. By becoming more aware of thoughts and emotions, you can spot subconscious biases before they dominate decisions. Slowing down. Important decisions should be made deliberately, giving the conscious mind time to evaluate options rather than relying solely on subconscious impulses. Reprogramming beliefs. Through affirmations, visualization, or therapy, negative subconscious patterns that influence poor decision-making can be replaced with empowering ones. Trusting intuition wisely. Intuition can be powerful, but it's most reliable when grounded in experience. Learning when to trust gut feelings and when to question them is key. A hidden partner in every choice. The subconscious is not a separate entity but a silent partner in every decision you make. It filters reality, interprets information, and guides behavior, often more powerfully than conscious reasoning. By recognizing its influence, you gain the ability to balance instinct with rational thought, allowing decisions that are both wise and aligned with your deeper self. The subconscious mind is a powerful engine, silently guiding behaviors, emotions, and decisions. The good news is that it is not fixed. Its patterns can be reshaped, reprogrammed, and aligned with your goals. Programming the subconscious involves deliberately influencing the automatic processes that shape your habits, beliefs, and emotional responses. By understanding how the subconscious works, you can harness its power to create lasting change. Understanding subconscious programming. The subconscious mind learns primarily through repetition, emotion, and association. Habits, beliefs, and mental patterns are stored subconsciously after repeated exposure. For example, a child praised consistently for drawing may internalize the belief, "I am creative," which becomes a subconscious pattern influencing confidence and behavior in adulthood. Conversely, negative experiences can create limiting beliefs that silently shape actions and reactions. The key to programming is deliberate input. Just as the subconscious absorbs messages unconsciously through repetition, intentional messages, affirmations, visualization, and mental rehearsal can rewire patterns in a purposeful direction. Affirmations and positive self-talk. One of the simplest tools for subconscious programming is affirmations. Repeating positive statements like, "I am confident," or "I attract abundance," can gradually replace limiting beliefs. The effectiveness of affirmations is increased when combined with emotion, as the subconscious responds more strongly to emotionally charged input. For instance, simply saying, "I am confident" may have limited effect, but saying it with feeling, imagining yourself speaking confidently in front of an audience, activates both the conscious and subconscious mind, reinforcing new neural pathways. Visualization and mental rehearsal. Visualization is another powerful technique. The subconscious mind often cannot distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. By visualizing desired outcomes in detail, success in a presentation, athletic performance, or achieving personal goals, you train the subconscious to accept these scenarios as familiar. Over time, this increases confidence, reduces anxiety, and aligns behavior with desired results. Elite athletes, performers, and high achievers frequently use visualization to program their subconscious for peak performance. The repeated mental rehearsal creates neural patterns in the brain similar to actual experience, making success feel natural and attainable. Hypnosis and deep relaxation. Hypnosis works by bypassing the critical conscious mind, directly communicating with the subconscious. In a relaxed, focused state, the subconscious is more receptive to suggestions, allowing old patterns to be replaced with empowering ones. Hypnotherapy has been used effectively to reduce anxiety, overcome phobias, and instill positive habits. Similarly, meditation and deep relaxation techniques create states in which subconscious programming can occur more efficiently. Practices that calm the conscious mind, such as mindfulness or breathwork, allow subconscious messages to take root more effectively. Environmental and behavioral influence. Programming the subconscious isn't limited to internal techniques. Your environment also plays a key role. Surrounding yourself with supportive people, positive media, and empowering routines sends continuous signals to the subconscious. Habits such as journaling, listening to motivational audio, or tracking progress reinforce these patterns consistently. Behavioral repetition is crucial. Every time you act in alignment with your desired beliefs, taking small, consistent steps toward a goal, you reinforce subconscious programming. The combination of mental input, affirmations, visualization, and physical action, practice, habits, creates a feedback loop that strengthens new neural pathways. Overcoming limiting beliefs. limiting beliefs often act as barriers to programming. These are subconscious narratives developed over years through experience, culture, or trauma. Techniques like cognitive reframing, hypnotherapy, and journaling help identify and replace these patterns. By consciously choosing empowering alternatives, you overwrite old scripts, allowing the subconscious to guide you toward growth rather than limitation. The power of consistency. The subconscious responds to repetition and consistency. Change rarely happens overnight. Small, consistent actions combined with intentional mental input gradually reshape subconscious patterns, creating profound and lasting transformation. Unlocking subconscious potential. Programming the subconscious is about alignment. It's about ensuring that the silent driver of your life, the vast, unseen portion of your mind, is working in harmony with your conscious goals and aspirations. By understanding how the subconscious learns and deliberately guiding it, you can cultivate habits, beliefs, and emotional patterns that support the life you desire. The subconscious mind is not only a driver of behavior and habit, it is also a powerful agent for healing. Many physical, emotional, and psychological challenges have roots in subconscious patterns. Trauma, limiting beliefs, and negative thought cycles often reside beneath conscious awareness, silently influencing well-being. By accessing and working with the subconscious, individuals can release old wounds, reshape responses, and restore balance to mind and body. The connection between mind and body. Modern neuroscience and psychosomatic research demonstrate that the subconscious profoundly affects physical health. Emotions and stress stored in the subconscious can manifest as physical tension, chronic pain, or immune dysfunction. For example, unresolved anxiety may contribute to digestive issues, insomnia, or elevated blood pressure. Conversely, subconscious programs for relaxation, confidence, and positivity can trigger the body's self-healing mechanisms, such as reducing cortisol levels, boosting immunity, and improving cardiovascular health. Trauma and subconscious patterns. Traumatic experiences often become embedded in the subconscious. While the conscious mind may forget or suppress these events, the subconscious retains emotional and sensory imprints. This can lead to recurring fears, emotional triggers, or self-sabotaging behaviors. Techniques such as hypnotherapy, guided meditation, and EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, are specifically designed to access these subconscious memories and facilitate healing. By safely bringing them into awareness and reframing them, individuals can release stored trauma and restore emotional equilibrium. Reprogramming for emotional healing. Healing through the subconscious often involves reprogramming limiting beliefs. For example, someone who subconsciously believes, "I am unworthy of love," may repeatedly sabotage relationships. By consciously replacing this belief with affirmations, visualization, and supportive practices, the subconscious gradually rewires itself to accept healthier patterns. Over time, these new patterns influence emotional responses, behavior, and interpersonal interactions, creating a ripple effect of healing. Meditation and mindfulness. Meditation and mindfulness practices are among the most effective tools for subconscious healing. By observing thoughts and emotions without judgment, individuals create a space where subconscious patterns can emerge and be acknowledged. This awareness allows for conscious intervention, choosing responses instead of reacting automatically. Over time, regular mindfulness strengthens neural pathways associated with emotional regulation and resilience, fostering lasting healing. Guided imagery and visualization. Guided imagery leverages the subconscious mind's receptivity to vivid mental images. By imagining oneself healthy, confident, or at peace, the subconscious begins to align the body and mind with these states. Athletes, patients recovering from illness, and individuals undergoing therapy often use visualization to accelerate physical and psychological healing. The subconscious responds as if the imagined experiences are real, creating measurable improvements in health and well-being. The role of sleep in healing. Subconscious healing is particularly active during sleep. During REM sleep, the brain processes emotions, consolidates memory, and integrates learning experiences. Quality sleep allows the subconscious to reframe challenges, reduce emotional stress, and strengthen coping mechanisms. Practices like affirmations or listening to calming, positive audio before sleep can enhance this natural healing process. Breaking negative loops. Subconscious healing also involves interrupting negative thought cycles. Many people operate on autopilot, replaying old fears or regrets. By intentionally introducing new, positive patterns through repetition, meditation, or therapeutic interventions, these cycles can be replaced. The subconscious gradually shifts from maintaining old wounds to supporting growth and emotional resilience. The power of alignment. Ultimately, healing through the subconscious is about alignment, ensuring that the hidden forces driving behavior, emotion, and thought are in harmony with conscious goals for health and well-being. When the subconscious and conscious mind work together, the body and mind can achieve remarkable restoration, resilience, and balance. The subconscious is not a passive storage system. It is an active participant in both illness and healing. By understanding its language and intentionally guiding its processes, we unlock a profound tool for transformation, self-care, and holistic well-being. In today's world, the subconscious mind is no longer just a subject of psychology or philosophy. It has practical applications across multiple domains, including personal development, therapy, education, business, and technology. By understanding and harnessing the subconscious, individuals and organizations can optimize performance, creativity, and decision-making, as well as enhance overall well-being. Personal development and self-improvement. One of the most widespread modern applications of the subconscious is in personal growth. Techniques like affirmations, visualization, and meditation are designed to consciously influence subconscious programming, helping individuals break limiting beliefs, cultivate positive habits, and achieve goals. Life coaches, motivational speakers, and personal development programs often focus on aligning subconscious patterns with conscious intentions to maximize success. For example, visualization exercises can improve athletic performance, public speaking skills, or creative problem solving. The subconscious mind, responding to repeated mental rehearsal, guides the body and behavior toward achieving these desired outcomes. Therapeutic interventions. The subconscious is central to many modern therapeutic practices. Therapists utilize it to help patients overcome anxiety, depression, trauma, and phobias. Techniques such as hypnotherapy, EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, and guided meditation work by accessing subconscious patterns directly, allowing individuals to reframe negative experiences, release emotional blockages, and develop healthier coping strategies. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, also indirectly targets the subconscious by identifying automatic thought patterns and replacing them with constructive alternatives. Over time, repeated conscious intervention rewires subconscious responses, producing lasting behavioral change. Business, marketing, and consumer behavior. Businesses have long recognized the power of the subconscious in shaping consumer behavior. Advertising, branding, and user experience design often tap into subconscious triggers to influence purchasing decisions. Subtle cues, colors, music, imagery, and repetition can evoke emotions or associations stored in the subconscious, steering choices without conscious deliberation. Understanding these principles also aids leadership and organizational development. Leaders can use subconscious insights to inspire teams, create motivational environments, and foster cultures where employees perform optimally by aligning their subconscious motivations with organizational goals. Education and skill acquisition. The subconscious mind plays a critical role in learning and skill acquisition. Repetition, practice, and immersive experiences allow new information and behaviors to transition from conscious effort to subconscious mastery. Techniques like spaced repetition, mnemonic devices, and guided practice exploit the subconscious's ability to store and retrieve information efficiently. For example, language learners who practice daily with immersive methods gradually internalize vocabulary and grammar subconsciously, eventually using it fluently without conscious effort. Similarly, musicians, athletes, and professionals rely on subconscious encoding to perform complex tasks effortlessly. Technology and artificial intelligence. Emerging technologies are also leveraging insights from subconscious research. Brain-computer interfaces, neurofeedback, and AI-driven cognitive training tools are designed to enhance subconscious processing, improve focus, and optimize mental performance. Virtual reality, VR, and immersive simulations can engage the subconscious to rehearse skills, reduce phobias, or foster emotional resilience. Additionally, AI algorithms in marketing and behavioral research often model subconscious decision-making patterns, predicting consumer behavior and tailoring personalized experiences. This integration of neuroscience, psychology, and technology underscores the growing relevance of the subconscious in modern life. Mindfulness and daily life. Even outside structured programs, understanding the subconscious has practical daily applications. Mindfulness practices, journaling, and intentional habit formation help individuals align subconscious patterns with conscious goals. By cultivating awareness of automatic thoughts, triggers, and habitual behaviors, people can make more informed decisions, manage emotions, and respond rather than react to life's challenges. Unlocking human potential. Modern applications of the subconscious highlight its transformative potential. From personal growth and healing to education, business, and technology, the subconscious shapes behavior, creativity, and performance in profound ways. By learning to access and guide it consciously, we tap into one of the most powerful tools for achieving success, well-being, and fulfillment. The subconscious is no longer a mysterious hidden force. It is a practical ally in modern life. With intentional strategies and consistent practice, we can harness its power to create lasting change, improve outcomes, and unlock the full potential of our minds. The subconscious mind is the hidden powerhouse of human experience. It quietly influences our thoughts, habits, emotions, decisions, and even physical health, shaping much of our lives without conscious awareness. From the formation of habits and emotional responses to intuition, creativity, and memory, the subconscious operates as a vast, silent network that underpins every aspect of behavior. Understanding its mechanisms opens the door to profound self-awareness and transformation. Throughout history, thinkers from Freud and Jung to modern neuroscientists have explored the depths of the subconscious, revealing both its immense potential and its pitfalls. Neuroscience shows that the subconscious is not mystical. It is the product of millions of years of evolution, a finely tuned system designed for efficiency, survival, and learning. It encodes memories, automates routines, processes emotions, and even guides intuition, all while the conscious mind focuses on deliberate thought. Modern applications demonstrate the power of consciously engaging with the subconscious. Techniques such as visualization, affirmations, meditation, hypnosis, and cognitive therapy allow us to reprogram limiting beliefs, process trauma, enhance performance, and cultivate healthier habits. By aligning conscious goals with subconscious patterns, we can harness its energy to achieve personal growth, emotional healing, and peak performance. Ultimately, the subconscious is not a separate entity. It is an integral part of who we are. By learning its language and intentionally guiding its processes, we gain the ability to break free from old patterns, unlock creativity, make wiser decisions, and live in alignment with our true potential. The science of the subconscious reveals a powerful truth. The mind is not just a passive observer of life. It is an active architect. When we learn to work with it consciously, we can design a life of purpose, resilience, and limitless possibility.